So as we look at our next problem, we're looking at number 8 here, which is number 2 on our review. Solving for x gives us this multi-step equation with a lot going on, parentheses, multiple variables, variables on different sides, and we have to remember our steps in solving these multi-step problems. The first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of these parentheses using the distributive property. So I'm going to multiply my negative 2 times everything on the inside of the parentheses, gives me negative 2x, negative 2 times positive 5, minus 10, equals 4x minus 6x minus 10. After I've done that, I'm going to combine like terms on the left-hand side if I can. Nothing to combine there, but I can combine like terms on this right-hand side. So I'm going to combine my positive 4x and my negative 6x, and that's going to give me negative 2x minus 10 equals negative 2x minus 10. And at that point, you may recognize that this is going to be some sort of special case that we're going to see because we have the exact same piece on both sides. But let's go ahead and continue solving through this problem. My next step would be let's separate, getting our variables on one side, our numbers on the other. I'm going to subtract, or I should say add 10x to both sides, 10 to both sides to get rid of minus 10. Anything I do to one side of the equal sign, remember that's what we're looking at here, this side of the equal sign. Anything I do to one side of the equal sign, I do to the other sign. My variables cancel, leaves me with negative 2x equals negative 2x. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2, and I see x equals x. So I see that solution right here, x equals x, and understand why that's infinitely many solutions. It's going to be an infinitely many solutions answer when your variables cancel out. So if I continue this and subtracted x from both sides, I would see 0 equals 0, so my variables cancel, and I'm left with a true statement that 0 does equal 0, so that's why it's infinitely many solutions with that. If that were a false statement, that's when a no solution situation happens, like positive 10 equals negative 10. That's not a true statement. That would be no solution, but a one solution problem, you're left with a variable left to cancel for. When you get down to this step and you get your variables on one side, your numbers on the other, you're left with a variable that you can solve or just say, here's the value of the variable. But in this situation, in the process of solving, I see my variables cancel. I'm left with a true statement. There are infinitely many solutions to that problem.